Hey guys, this is Tabitha, and as I promised on the post that I posted about 2 days ago, that this month is a month when we celebrate our fathers, brothers, husbands. This is the month. And I have said on that post that in honor of our fathers, I would read something from this book. What a godly privilege to be born a man. Now I'm aware that it's not everybody that has this book, so I'm going to leave the link below that will either take you directly to my website or to Amazon, where you can actually get yours. Or if you have read it already, I would also want you to perhaps follow me along. It's going to be a rough transitions, however, because I am going to read about a particular character. As I said, we are going to read about Mr. Malual, a very interesting character. If you read the book, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you have not read the book, you soon will realize who he is. So it's not going to be very straightforward because I am not reading from the start to finish. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do, however, is having not all of it, but areas where he is speaking something. He is doing something. And again, for those of you who have read the book and have kind of read it all the way to the end, you kind of know the result of the whole thing. But if you read the book, like I said, you then know what that ending is. But also, you will know what that ending is, but the dots will have to, even if you haven't read the book, you will be able to see the dot. All I'm doing is to kind of get you into thinking. This is a particular character, and I said interesting because he's playing a huge role. Without giving you all the detail. But today what we will do is kind of just introducing Mr. Malual to all of us. And this part of introduction will also help you to kind of fuse those dots together. It has specific details, and that should be pretty enough for you to put the dot together. So, what a godly privilege to be born a man. This is a book that I wrote, and it is the story of the South Sudanese women. And it tells the story of South Sudanese women in 3 stages. What woman is to her family, the value that are kind of tied to her existence, but also what she means to a family, that is family in-laws, what that looks like and what she has to go through in order to fulfill that duty, but also what she means to the society and the expectations of what she should be and everything else that is done to her if in the event she's not exactly what she's supposed to be. So that's what this is all about without saying so much. I am going to introduce our person, Mr. Malual. Let's just get the page. Oh, I just had it. Oh, right here. So this is, I'm reading from the prologue. This is where the guy is introduced to us. So let's just read it. Again, just follow me along. This might not make sense. So here we go. All of a sudden, they were struck by the sound of loud music. The noise was coming from a beautiful, posh, well-designed compound, which belonged to a wealthy old man by the name of Malual, which is translated as red, the color of a cow, or in this case, a red giant serpent god. Mr. Malual was a man not only blessed by unspeakable wealth, but plenty of children. He had around 180 cows, some of which were with other people for accommodation. He was a brother to three other siblings. Unlike his other siblings, he alone in this little community owned half of the population, owning 14 wives alone. The production of his strength amounted to 36 children. At this time, most of the children had moved on and were parents of their own children. Out of the 36, he killed 2. Or like the society would say, it was actually the mothers who had their children murdered. Men are not called names here, or the son would die and you would know how he went about his day. Inside the beautiful compound, though, Mr. Malual was still parenting 3 of his children. Of the 3 children, 2 were siblings resulting from his most recent marriage. Unfortunately, their mothers passed away at the age of 29, leaving her 11 years old daughter, Rebecca, and her 7 years old son, Gadway, son of Lamb, behind. Mr. Malual. So I'm going to leave it here. And my intention is, now we only have about 15 days left of that day when we celebrate our fathers. I think it's June the 18th. And I will try my very best to read for us some of the things. This is just the introduction, but he speaks a lot in this book, as you will realize. And I might not be able to go through everything that he said, but whatever that I will read from now on, it's something for you to think about. This interesting character serves a very interesting purpose. And I think, though this is a month when we celebrate you, I intended it to also be a chance for us to talk about what we should do. If we are in a position to do something, should we do it? If we can't do it and it's ending kind of destroying the lives of the people that kind of wait on you as a person, what should we do? And that will be my intention. I would love you to follow me along. Again, much of this will not make sense, but I do hope that you will be able to put the dot together. And I also want to come live on that day when we celebrate all of you, to really tell you why this is a thing for me. Okay? And I'll leave it there. We will meet tomorrow.